Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is going to be who is trying to contact you. So if you are tuning into this reading, then I'm gathering that you feel you are being contacted by a spirit. So please bear this in mind, the nature of this video. If you don't feel comfortable with it, you do not have to watch. It's just a pick a card reading and it is free will. So remember to be discerning of these messages. So I prepared 3 different groups with crystals to help you intuitively pick the pile you feel most drawn to. Please remember that this is a general reading, therefore it may not resonate for everyone. And if you feel drawn to multiple groups, then feel free to tune into multiple readings. So for group 1 we have the Untitled gemstone. For group 2 we have the clear quartz, and then group 3 we have the cinnabite. So please also note that someone who is trying to contact you in a spiritual reading, this could be a ghost, a spirit, it could be a guardian angel, it could be a spirit animal. So these are just kind of spirit messages, which is something I wanted to remind you of the nature of this reading. So if you feel like a spirit is trying to connect with you, then I'm going to start with group 1, and for the rest of you I will meet you at the click of your timestamp, which will be linked down below in the description box and also in the comments. So I shall see the rest of you at the click of your timestamp. I'm going to move on to group 1. Hello group number 1 and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Untitled gemstone. So I prepared 1 card for you and the rest I will be pulling from each of my decks. So the first card you have is the Hunter. So group number 1, if you feel like you are being contacted by a spirit or some kind of spiritual connection that seems out of this kind of realm. One thing I see in the Hunter is that this spirit is kind of, they like to kind of latch on to you, so I feel like the connection may be quite strong. So if you are experiencing this connection and you feel like you can feel a presence around you, that's one thing the Hunter is about. It's almost like this energy that just feels drawn to you. You know, we have these kind of flashes of kind of beams in this Hunter card. It's almost like I say, this kind of attraction to you. So it may be trying to send you a message, or it may just be trying to kind of guide you and look after you and kind of show you the way. But one thing I do see in the Hunter, it's almost like you are being hunted, but in a not in a kind of creepy way. I don't want to freak you out. I just feel like this spirit, like I said, it just really wants to connect with you. So one thing I see in the Hunter, this spirit is a seeker, they're a pursuer, and they could be a kind of predator. They're just very much, you know, the Hunter hunts and they are on a precise mission. So I feel like this spirit is very skillful, they're quick, they're decisive. So the Hunter could be a spirit animal. You know, we do have a black horse, so it could just mean that, you know, this is a spirit animal that is kind of following you. So the spirit may be asking you in life, you know, what you need to kind of be hunting for, or why you are hunting it. Or this is something you may want to ask this spirit, is why it is appearing now. But one thing I see in the Hunter is this spirit is very focused, energized, respectful. So I am picking up the energy that you may be scared of this spirit. Perhaps this spirit is either contacting you in times when you just feel a little bit almost like you're on your own, or it could be at night. I'm just sensing there's a lot of darkness here, so perhaps you feel like this spirit is trying to contact you when there is like barely any light. So that may be a spirit that doesn't feel drawn to the light. So let's find out more messages from the tarot. Why is the spirit contacting them? For group number 1 of my YouTube audience. Okay, we have the Sun, which I quickly want to point out how I just spoke about the darkness, because I felt like the spirit likes to come out in the dark, even though I spoke about these rays, like these kind of beams of light. So for some of you, maybe the spirit is contacting you in direct sunlight. So as you can see with the Sun card, we have this really beaming glow of light. And the Sun card is all about joy and happiness and, you know, very much positive energy. So I'm picking up this spirit is a positive one. It's not like an evil spirit or anything like that. Again, we have the black horse. So I do feel like your spirit is definitely connected to a black horse. So perhaps it could be a spirit that was felt very connected to horses themselves. Or again, this is a spirit animal that is very much coming through on your reading, this black horse. So your reading is definitely connected so far to the sunlight, regarding the darkness as well. So it might be a spirit that wants to connect with you in the daytime, in the light. It may have a message for you, and that could be something coming through. So definitely light, darkness, and a black horse. I'm definitely picking up that energy. Why is the spirit trying to contact group number 1? Why is the spirit... Okay, we have death. Okay, so I had a feeling that death might pop up in someone's reading during this spiritual reading. So again, one thing I see in death is basically a new beginning. So it's almost like something has to die in order for something new to be born. And one thing I see in this reading, that death can actually mean literal death, and it doesn't necessarily mean death for you. So one thing I see in the death card is this is referring to, obviously this spirit has moved on, they've passed on, and that's the energy I'm picking up. So I want you to know this spirit has moved on. They're moving on to a new chapter. So this could be a positive one for them. Perhaps they're trying to contact you because they're not quite moved on fully. So one thing I see in the death card, it's almost like closing a page in order to kind of turn over a new one. So perhaps they're trying to contact you for a certain reason. So perhaps they're around you because they haven't quite moved on, and they may be trying to send you a message, or perhaps they're just not quite ready to move on. So they could be they could have some connection to you. So what else can we find out about this spirit, please? Send us a message. Why is it contacting group number 1? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. So one thing I see in this card, again, we have a black horse. So the horse is really corresponding in your reading. So for some of you, there possibly are a male, and they are quite young as well. So I'm picking up the energy that this Knight of Wands is someone, again, I spoke about earlier, who is very kind of enthusiastic kind of to contact you. So this is very much the person they are. They can be quite a fiery person, and that is why you kind of feel quite hunted, because their energy is very strong. So for group number 1 of my YouTube audience, what else can you find out? Messages, spirit messages, group number 1 from the spirit. Okay, and then we also have the 9 of Pentacles. So one thing I see in the 9 of Pentacles is definitely the energy I said about earlier, where I wasn't sure if they were ready to move on. This is all about kind of feeling free, very much like feeling free like the bird. And let's just show you a close-up of this. So as you can see, she's holding a bird, almost like ready to kind of let the bird go. So one thing I do see in your reading, again, they're just kind of waiting to kind of move on. So they may have something else left to do. And again, we are just very much connecting with the sun that I spoke about earlier. I just feel like that's very strong in your reading. And so for some of you, the spirit that may be contacting you may actually be a woman. It may not be a male. But I'm definitely picking up a youthful energy. So as we have the number 9 as well, this is like a close to completion. So it's not quite completion. So it's almost like this spirit is just so close to kind of moving on fully, and perhaps they're just trying to just kind of visit you before they move on fully. There may be something there, but I'm definitely not picking up anything negative. I just feel like they can connect to you. They feel like you are someone who can connect with spirits, and you know, maybe you have that gift, and that's what they're trying to kind of push. So let's find out more messages. But I'm definitely feeling like this spirit is, you know, they want to feel secure. they want to feel free, and very much free like the horse. So that is coming through now, that a horse is like very much a free-spirited animal. Group number 1 of my YouTube audience. Why is the spirit around them? Why are they trying to contact them? What do they want? Okay, we have compassion as well as angels that flipped over in this deck. So group number 1, one thing I see in your reading, we have the angels card. And this does correspond to, you know, the angelic realm, and very much that about a guardian angel. So I am connecting your reading now that this spirit is an angel. So I felt like they were positive. And, you know, we also have compassion. So compassion is very much about love, companionship. Again, compassion. It's just a really nice energy and very much a caring one. So this spirit angel is very caring. You know, we have feathers, white feathers in the background of this card. So you may be someone who comes across white feathers. That may be why this spirit is, how this spirit is trying to contact you. They may just be letting you know that they're your guardian angel and that they're helping you along the way. And that you may be picking up on these signs and symbols. You know, one thing I see in the angelite gemstone is that that is a stone that helps you connect to your angels. So perhaps you want to, you know, hold an angelite stone and maybe meditate, or, you know, sleep with it under your pillow. Just hold it and try to connect with your angels that way. So the angel card is very high vibrational. You know, selenite is used to kind of cleanse your space. So if you do own selenite as well, that is a good cleanser. It clears negative energy away as well. So both of these crystals, they work with your kind of higher consciousness, and you know, there is a lot of aspects to this card, but mainly is about kind of gently opening up, you know, your abilities to kind of, you know, help you with your kind of telepathy and communication to a higher source. And you know, as I mentioned about selenite, you know, this is a very necessary crystal to work with, especially if you are working with a higher energy. So I feel like the message here is, you know, you need to feel like you are protected and you can truly trust the wisdom and guidance you get while working with this spirit. So angelite will also help you speak your truth from a place of higher being. So this is very much, you know, working with your throat chakra. This is all about communication. And again, there is this, you know, the hunter card. It really does want to connect with you. You know, angelite does help you communicate with the higher realms. So, you know, do you need higher guidance at this time, or do you wish to kind of communicate to a loved one that you hope is being cared for by, you know, your angels? And this is so much connected to compassion, because I feel like, you know, they're trying to communicate with, you know, compassion and love. And, you know, when you ask for help from the higher realms, you will receive guidance from a higher perspective. And I feel like perhaps you need to ask for guidance and take comfort in the fact that, you know, you're exactly where you're meant to be, especially in your spiritual growth, and regardless of how it feels at this time. So with compassion, the odorite is a very high vibrational stone. So, you know, you may need some guidance, especially if you are a light worker. And you may want to use this stone when you need to tap back into the source and seek answers on a higher spiritual level. So very much a stone of spirit's communication. And having compassion for another means you have reached a level where you can see a situation for what it is. So I do sense that you're a very compassionate person, and that is what is connecting you to this spirit. And I feel that there is a strong message that is, you know, for each lesson we learn, there are others also learning the same lesson, and, you know, we will continue to keep learning lessons until we die. So I feel like perhaps that is what your spirit angel is trying to communicate to you. And, you know, this is very much how we grow and become more spiritually aware. And a very important factor actually about the number 29. So the number 29, if you add 2 plus 9 equals 11. And this is a master number. So if you feel very connected to angels, you may feel connected to angel numbers, and you may be seeing the number 11, or you may be seeing like 111. This is very much coming through strong with your reading because you have the number 11 as well as angels. So let's find out some more messages of why this spirit angel is connecting with you and what they want you to know. Okay, we also have emotions. One more message please for group number 1. We have volunteer as well as emotions. So one thing I see in your reading, group number 1, is there is a lot of emotions involved regarding your angel spirit. Very much with volunteer, this is all about, you know, offering yourself. This is almost like your opportunity to be this volunteer and be this messenger and communicate with your spirit guide. So that's one thing I'm seeing here, is that you need to kind of be open to the opportunity that you are given here, to not be afraid, especially with emotions. You know, these are almost like running quite high in your reading. I feel like your angels are, or this angel specifically that's trying to contact you, is very highly emotional. They have a lot of emotional baggage and a lot of emotions dealt with in the past. So I do feel like you need to just be more open to the idea of receiving messages. Yeah, I really feel like this is an angel definitely trying to communicate with you. That is definitely coming through strong. You know, I spoke about, you know, the light, which is very much connected to angels, because they are, you know, they are like this beam of light. They are very much seen as, you know, pure, bright energy. And, you know, horses are very much connected in your reading. That was coming through strong as well. So definitely angels and horses, and just general messages coming through from spirit, but they're all quite positive. You know, this person, this angel spirit guide that is trying to communicate with you, you know, they may have even felt hunted in their past as well. They may have a past history, and perhaps they're trying to communicate that with you as well. So group number 1, I hope you enjoyed this reading and it gave you some clarity, and hopefully some of the message resonates with you. Please let me know down below. I would love to know if you are seeing spirits or angels, and please let me know if it resonates at all and if you are experiencing any of this. But thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next pick a card reading. I wish you love and light. Hello group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the clear quartz gemstone. So I prepared one card for you, and the rest I will pull in from each of my decks. So you have the Father card. So one thing I see is your ghost spirit that is trying to contact you, or that you feel this spirit energy around you. One thing that's coming through is this is a male figure. So I am sensing that this is someone who is of a father figure. So he could potentially be a father. You know, this is very much a masculine energy coming through. This is very much, you know, the protector. So the father does embody both light and dark aspects of the masculine. So as you can see, we have this kind of black and white side here as well, and then the other half we have this beautiful kind of colouring going on. You know, I'm very much picking up that energy of, you know, here yet gone. That's just coming through. And also, you know, I feel like this energy is also about, you know, how a father can allow the child to kind of grow beyond the family into the world. So this could be a spirit message coming through. So you could take the Father card quite literal, or, you know, you could just see the Father card as a pattern and not as like personal. So that is the energy that I'm picking up. Is just, there is definitely a male, definitely a father figure. That is what's coming through. So what kind of spirit is around group number 2, please? What are they trying to communicate with group number 2? What spirit is around them? Okay, we have... Okay, so the 9 of Swords here. One thing I see as that's coming through for you, group number 2, is that you may be visited at night. This is definitely the kind of sleepers card. It's almost like things that keep you up at night. So I feel like this spirit may be either appearing in your dreams, so you may be, you know, actually being visited by spirits in your dreams and connecting them with in that way. Or, you know, I just feel like when you're asleep at night, you feel that energy around you. You know, we have a lot of swords gathering around in this picture. It just proves there is a kind of a lot of spirits surrounding you. And, you know, we do have a skull here. So the skull is just representing that, you know, this is what is bad in terms of keeping you up, making you feel anxious and wary. And I feel like this is the way they can communicate with you, though, when you're more relaxed at night in your sleep. So that is definitely coming through. You know, there's definitely a light and dark energy about your reading, so perhaps you are being contacted through multiple spirits. There may not just be one spirit guide that's trying to kind of communicate with you. So let's just see what else we can find out for group number 2. What else? What spirits are around group number 2, and what are they trying to communicate with you? Okay, and we also have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so as I said, that I felt like there was multiple spirits surrounding you. One of these spirits I feel is, again, we have that kind of male energy. I'm picking up that this spirit is a kind and loving energy. They have a really nice aura about them, so they're definitely not to be afraid of. You know, they are full of emotion, and that is one thing that's coming through, is that their emotions are really honourable, and their intentions with you and what they're trying to communicate is honourable as well. So I am seeing they have this offer to offer you. You know, he's holding the cup in the picture, so we'll just show you this. I feel like there is an offer to be made to you. So it just depends if you're open up to receiving these messages. So why are these spirits trying to communicate with you? Group number 2. What do they want you to know? Okay, we have the Sun card. We had the Sun card in a previous reading as well. So this is a really lovely card. So again, there's just not like a negative energy here, so I don't want you to panic. The Sun card here does represent joy, happiness, really good memories. So I do feel like this spirit is trying to communicate with you and let you know that it's okay to kind of open your eyes and see. I feel like if you look at the horse in this picture, it's you know, its eye is almost very much open. As you can see, it's like light and almost like quite teary, but I feel like this spirit is almost like these birds around the sun giving you these messages. Again, this spirit is a messenger. In order for you to see the light and perhaps see orbs around you, is just to open your eyes. You know, if you have your back turned and your eyes closed, you see nothing but black. But if you open them, you're more open and aware of what is around you. So again, I feel like just don't be scared of what is trying to come through for you, because the energy I'm picking up, like I said, is a really loving energy. So what else can we find out for group number 2? What spirits are trying to contact them? Why are they trying to contact them? Why are they around them? What else do we need to know for group number 2? Okay. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is, again, a really good card. One thing I see in the 10 of Pentacles is a completion. I feel like the energy I picked up earlier saying that this was a father figure, that's definitely coming through now where you have the 10 of Pentacles. This just proves that this person is very much family orientated. They are a family person. I sense that they may be quite mature in terms of, you know, they may have fulfilled their life and retired. They very much had a legacy to kind of, you know, give down to their children. You know, we very much have, you know, children in this photo, so and dogs as well. So it's almost like there is this family picture that I'm picking up on that is very much connected to the father. This is almost his legacy. This was what he left behind. And one thing I want you to know, that number 10 is a completion card. This is all about endings. This is something that's been completed, but completed on good terms. This is very much something that has been seen through. So I do sense this person, well, this spirit, almost had a long life. So it's a kind of a long-lived life. Let's just find out more. Why is this spirit around you? For group number 3. Okay, we have the Rebirth. Very interesting card. Rebirth is all about, again, new beginnings. So perhaps this person, like I said, fulfilled their life, fulfilled what they wanted to do, Rebirth is very much about, you know, being reborn, being almost reincarnated. So this could be this spirit that is trying to communicate with you. So, you know, this is the stone of Menelite, which, as you can see, it almost looks like a lump of clay kind of being molded. So this is kind of representing that, you know, you can undergo this kind of transformation. So this rebirth is very much, you know, about, you know, out of the clay a new form will appear. And, you know, this form can remain the same, or it can also be remolded again and again. So again, this is just interpreted to me that reincarnation of energy and souls can kind of occur over again. And, you know, you can't kill energy. Energy can't be killed. And that's one thing you need to know in these messages. That, you know, as a spirit, you know, we are all energy. So the message coming through, this spirit, you know, it can remain in its shape, or it can, you know, keep growing and changing as many times as it likes in its lifetime. So I felt like when I said that you had multiple spirits, it's kind of confirming this to me. And, you know, there is this kind of male and female energy. So it's very much this kind of yin and yang of masculine and feminine energy that's coming through. So, you know, I feel like you need to know that, you know, this spirit is on a lifelong soul connection to you. Group number 2 of my YouTube audience. Why else is this spirit around them? Okay, we have transition. Okay, so it's very interesting where we have rebirth and transition, because these cards are quite connected to each other in terms of, you know, where you have a rebirth, you also transition into something else. So again, I am feeling the connection here that this person lived a very happy life, and it's almost like they've been reborn, or reborn as this kind of spirit energy, and they've transitioned into this spirit. So the lepidolite stone is known for its ability to relieve stress. So very much when I kind of felt there was a lot of stress over here, I feel like this stone can actually help you at night. So if you pop this underneath your pillow, this is going to help soothe these kind of these worries and stresses you feel at night. Because this stone does help with the mind, or the third eye chakra, to kind of reduce obsessive thoughts. So perhaps you're just over kind of thinking about your spirits that are kind of around you. And I feel like it's also going to help you clear these blockages that are holding you back, so you can kind of move forward in terms of connecting to this spirit. Because I'm definitely picking up that energy of a happy life, rebirth, being reborn, transitioning into this kind of spirit. These may be messages that, you know, someone just wants to calm your nerves. I'm just getting that energy that someone just, the spirit may want to just make you feel more at peace, as they do. So more messages for why the spirit is around you. Group number 2 of my YouTube audience. Why is the spirit connecting with you? So we have hobbies. So can we have one more card, please? A spirit message for my YouTube audience number 2. Why are you trying to contact them? Okay, and then we also have courage. So one thing I see in this reading is perhaps the spirit is trying to communicate with you this message of your hobbies. So perhaps, you know, there's something you really want to work on, or you're contemplating on doing, and then maybe just like checking in to let you know that you're on the right track. You should, you know, be happy. You should fulfill your life, you know, very much with the sun. This is all about, you know, being happy. So one thing I see in hobbies, this is really going to bring you kind of great contentment. And especially with courage, I feel you need the courage to, you know, move on necessarily. And also don't be afraid to communicate with this spirit. You know, that's one thing I see in courage. This is all about being brave. And, you know, perhaps this spirit had so much courage, and they feel almost like they want to send you this message. You know, very much with butterflies, they go through this amazing transformation. So the fact you have transition as well, it just proves that, you know, people can be kind of reborn into, you know, if you believe this, but they can be born back as, you know, spirit animals. So it could be a butterfly that you may be seeing often. these could be spirit messengers, and I just feel like there is some form of connection here that they're trying to kind of communicate to you. So group number 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading and you found it insightful. Please let me know down below if any of these messages resonate. I would love to know if you feel like you're being visited by these spirits I've kind of mentioned. Please let me know. So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, leave me a comment, and hopefully I shall see you in a future pick a card reading. I wish you love and light. Hello group number 3 and welcome to your reading. So we're going to find out what spirit is around you and who is trying to contact you. So you chose the Cinnabite gemstone. So I prepared one card for you and the rest I'll be pulling from each of my decks. So the card you have is the Orphan. So straight away I'm picking up the energy that it's possibly it could be a child or just someone who was an orphan as a child. There is this kind of energy of kind of sadness in a way, but you know, the orphan does represent someone who didn't have parents to care and look after them, and possibly someone who, you know, was at a time in their life where they was on their own, or you know, just had to kind of support themselves because they were shifted from family to family. So I feel like this spirit might be trying to contact you because they feel lonely. That is definitely coming through. This is almost like this abandoned energy of, you know, a wounded spirit. There is definitely collective isolation here. So it's definitely coming through that this spirit feels rejected. So they could feel rejected by you or a past life of theirs that they felt very lonely and rejected by. So, you know, they may be seeking deep solace, deep acceptance and kind of deep love. So this is quite a sad card. You know, it can remind us, you know, of our own fears of rejection and isolation, and I very much feel that this spirit is very lonely. So let's find out more. So for group number 3 of my YouTube audience, why is this spirit trying to connect with you? Why is it trying to communicate with you, group number 3? Why is the spirit? Okay, we have 2 cards that fell out. So we have the King of Cups as well as the 5 of Cups. So we have a lot of emotion energy here, a lot of cup energy, and we also have 2 number 5s. So this is quite symbolic. Let me know if the number 5 resonates with you at all. Okay, so one thing I'm picking up in your reading with the 5 of Cups, this does represent loss. This is very much, it can be about bereavement. So I do feel like there was a loss in either your life or, you know, the energy that I was picking up of this spirit. Perhaps because they've moved on. So as I say, this could be the fact that you may have lost someone, and perhaps you're hoping this spirit is someone that you know. Or this could be a connection to the spirit that's contacting you, you know, their past life, of how, you know, they lost their life. So even though there is a lot of depression here, I do feel like, you know, there was or there is this opportunity to see the best of this outcome. It's almost like, you know, you or your spirit are ready to kind of move on. And I feel like, you know, we have 2 glasses here at the bottom, so it's almost indicating to me that there is better times ahead. There is something waiting for you. So this could represent you and your spirit. Now, one thing I see in the King of Cups, this is really standing out to me. There is this really small little angel offering a bowl to the king here. So you definitely have like an angel connection in your reading. And the King of Cups is, you know, very much someone who is very strong with their emotions. So it's almost like they're very emotional, but they kind of are good at keeping back the tears. They're very good at not showing too much emotion because they want to be strong for you. So I feel like this spirit is trying to communicate with you to stay strong. And you know, as I spoke about the water element, there is a lot of water in your reading. So I feel like a lot of tears have shed, and it's almost like the tide can now flow in its rightful direction and keep moving. It's all about that, keeping that balance and keeping on moving. So let's find out more. What more for group number 3, please? Why the spirit is trying to connect with you? Why is the Spirit? So we have the Four of Wands that just shut out the deck. As you can see here, we have a couple, basically. It looks like they've just got married. So it's definitely coming through for me that there was a marriage or celebration in the past. Or, you know, this could be to do with your spirit of, you know, the orphan is very much connected to, you know, wanting a family, wanting to be loved. So perhaps, you know, marriage was something that they were seeking, or parents was something they were seeking. Definitely seeking is kind of the message that's coming through strong, especially where we have this couple that seem very much in love, and, you know, we have this orphan in the middle. So there, if you put all the kind of dots together, the stories just kind of lead into that there, you know, there is a sad loss and a sad story here, but there's also some celebrations as well and things to look forward to. Perhaps the Spirit just wants you to know that it's you know, it's in a happier place. You know, perhaps being reunited is something that is also coming through. So let's find out more. Why else is the Spirit trying to communicate with you? Group number 3. So we also have the High Priest. So this is really very connected in a spiritual reading. So what's super interesting about your reading, group number 3, is again the High Priest corresponds to the Hierophant in traditional tarot, and this is number 5. So as you can see, we have 5, 5, 5. We have 3 number 5s here. So this is confirming that 5 is definitely symbolic in your reading. Please let me know down below if number 5 resonates with you at all. This could be a number you're seeing often, like an angel number. It could be 555. It could be a date. There may be some connection to 5, and this Spirit is trying to communicate number 5 to you. That's coming through. So, you know, this card does speak about, you know, tradition and spirituality, and, you know, I feel like there is a church connection here as we have this card, and we did have the Four of Wands, and we do see, you know, these lovers kind of look like they are celebrating in some kind of ritual, or, you know, a marriage commitment. So this is definitely confirming to me that there is some indication of marriage and values and, you know, vows. So as I said, that vows is very much, you know, something that the orphan wouldn't have had, because vows is a promise. It's something that you keep forever, and, you know, you are making this promise for the rest of your life to someone. So I feel like this Spirit did not receive that. So perhaps the orphan, you know, didn't have much parental love, but definitely found love in life, and this could just represent, you know, this family union here. It's very, I feel like the Spirit is very happy about, you know, about this promise that can't be broken. That's just coming through, that there is this kind of, again, this offer that I spoke about earlier. So, you know, this message here is either about your spirit's story, or it's about your own story. It might be a message that it's trying to portray to you. It might be telling you, you know, to, you know, move on, get married. So what else does this Spirit want you to know for group number 3 of my YouTube audience? Okay, so we have 2 cards that fell out. We have Channel as well as Soul Journey. Okay, so one thing I'm picking up already, you know, with Channel and Soul Journey, these go really well together. There's definitely, the Spirit has gone on a journey, and their soul is very pure. You know, Soul Journey is all about kind of transitioning into another kind of level, another kind of journey, another realm, another world. This is all about moving on, moving forward. You know, this is all about moving forward. So I really don't want to freak you out at all, but the number 5, again, number 5. I mean, you have four number 5 cards in your reading, so it's definitely, I don't think it's coincidence. I think number 5 is very significant in this reading. Please let me know down below. I really want to know if this is resonating for someone, and this is a message for someone out there. So I feel like this Spirit has this kind of sense of purpose that they're trying to communicate with you. There is a deep connection here to past lives. This crystal does help in assisting with past life influences. and it helps to kind of release kind of blockages and allowing more to kind of flow into your life. So I feel like this spirit is asking you to kind of tap into your intuition, because it's almost like you need to unlock answers. There are questions you're asking, and I feel like you have a lot of questions about this spirit. So you do need to pay close attention, especially where I said the number 5 is very strong in your reading. So I feel like this soul is like a lost soul. I just get the feeling it kind of knows its way now, and it's kind of asking for guidance from you. This is all about channeling this energy, and spirits are energy. We all come from energy. So this is all about transmitting and grounding, and you need to channel your gift. You have this ability to contact this spirit, and it's almost about channeling this energy in you. I feel like you have the perfect tool to kind of transmit or channel energy through you. So you may be experiencing body chills or some kind of temperature heat. This could be like a hot or cold feeling. And you just need to kind of be clear on your intention and what you're prepared to receive and what you're asking for. And you do need to keep in mind that if you send out something full of energy, you receive the same back. So I feel like if you try to communicate with your spirit that is trying to connect with you, you will be able to do so. So I feel like this is going to be a good energy you're going to receive. I do feel like you will receive something back that will come back to you in kind of many forms. So you need to be open to allowing this form to come into your life. And it's all down to you what you do with this energy and this channeling, because it's almost like this powerful gift that resides in you, but it's what you do with it. So you can choose to ignore your spirit, and that will be that, and you won't hear any more messages. But I feel like you do need to channel into this energy. So let's get 2 more cards for you on what this spirit is trying to communicate with you. So why is the spirit communicating in group number 2? You have welcomed the new. So one more message for group number 3, please. Why is this spirit trying to communicate to them? What do they want them to know? And we also have family changes. Okay, so I feel like this is a family connection here. Hopefully I'm on the right track, but I feel like the orphan, the marriage, family changes. This is all about family. We have family, and family does represent your own family, your connection to family. So it could be someone in your family. This is just coming through that there is changes that happened in the past, big changes that changed the family, and it's also coming through there are big changes now. It's almost like in the event of something that moved on, it's almost like this big change happened, and there's this new journey to be made. Especially where we have welcome the new, this is confirming this to me. There is this new start, a new change. And if you put these words together, if you literally put these cards together, it makes a sentence. Welcome the new, family changes. So I'm very much picking up on that. That is a strong message there, is to welcome the new, family changes. Almost I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you this message here. So I'm very much picking up on that energy of the sentence, welcome the new, family changes. I was picking up on change. Change is big in the reading. It's big in the past and the future. So I feel like something almost dramatically happened that was a kind of sad time in your life or this spirit's life, and it's almost like welcoming the new is almost like, again, channeling a soul journey, channeling new energy, welcoming the new, having a new start in life. This is all about, this circle of just, things going round. I am picking up on that kind of circle energy, because we have a lot of circles in your reading. This snake is obviously spiraling round. We have, we have circles, and, we also have more circles. It's just things I'm picking up that are coming through, and a circle can't be broken. It's almost like an eternal symbol. It's, you know, it's never ending. So that is a good message there, and a very strong one for you, group number 3, is that, you know, life goes on and life will continue to go on no matter, you know, when we pass on and move on in life. You know, it's almost like this forever eternal love. So you definitely need to pay attention to the number 5. You definitely need to pay attention to symbols of circles, and I'm kind of connecting the circle to a rings. So perhaps the rings are very symbolic. Maybe you own a family ring. And welcome the new family changes is the strong message in your reading, because you need to kind of move on. And welcome the new family changes because you can't, you know, you couldn't control what happened in the past. And that is what the spirit is trying to tell you. So your spirit has a lot to say in this reading. So please let me know down below if anything resonates, because I would love to know. Even if this is just picking up for one person out there, I want to know if I'm connecting to anything that I feel like I've connected with. So please let me know in the comments if any of this resonates with you. Please let me know down below, leave me a comment, subscribe, like the video. Hopefully I shall see you in a future pick a card reading, and I wish you love and light.